Hello, and welcome back. It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well. This is a reminder for you to unsubscribe to everyone that you were subscribed to that hasn't put out videos in years. The last video I put out was on May 29th of the year 2022. It's now January 10th, 2025. You might be wondering why I'm making this video. Well, Smite 1 has been basically dying for the last year after they announced Smite 2. And now that the open beta has been announced, it's officially the death of Smite. Um, the last couple weeks, whenever I would play a game, the servers would lag immensely. You can tell the game is dying because played 2 games, 2 out of 3. You can see I didn't complete my quests, didn't complete this battle pass either. I'll take care of that right now, actually, since I have no use for this favor anymore. All done. Got all that. The viewer store is absolutely never gonna hasn't rotated for like last month. I have all these viewer points, so let's just go ahead and become an e-pal. And now for the meat of what I'm here for. I'm just here to open up chests. I mean, it's the swan song, right? Let's just open up as many chests as we possibly can. I did this a couple years ago, and back then I had a little notation of just basically which chest to open to get the best bang for my buck. This time around, I don't have that. I'm just making this just to catch up. If you are still subscribed, I hope that your life has gotten better over the last 2.5 years, and I hope that it continues to get better. With the future being uncertain, we never really know how things are going to go. For me, my life hasn't really gotten much better. It hasn't gotten materially worse, but I am still in survival mode. Been in survival mode since 2020, since the Roni came out. You know how it be. But the long and short of it is, I've been working a lot. I've been working a lot. I mean, that basically sums up the last couple years of my life. Is that I've been working a lot. But there's not really much to say beyond that. I have played quite a few games since 2.5 years ago. The last video I did put out was me speedrunning Dragon Ball Kakarot. Just the Saiyan Saga, which is the very first saga of Dragon Ball Z, and it was world record for a while. Eventually, I did get an update from speedrun.com that it ended up getting beaten by somebody by like 10 whole minutes, which is very fair because I put like no time into that speedrun on like Dark Cloud 2. Um, wow. Can you believe the second to last video I posted was actually opening up 100 plus chests? How many free skins can I get? That was on April 18th, 2022. If you're wondering if I miss streaming, I do. I really do miss streaming. Why did I get two here? That's weird. I really do miss streaming. I really wish I could, but obviously I don't. I can't. It's not one of the things you can really do when you're juggling life. I have my lovely partner. I have to work for whatever future might hopefully come. I really wish I'd gotten the Burger Time Dream Pen skin. By the way, I love the way the skin looks, and I'm pretty sure these avatars I could have bought for favor, but I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Like I said, if I really wanted to, I could have made a spreadsheet, but obviously I don't. I played my last Smite game, uh, yesterday, I believe it was. I did almost double damage of everyone else in the game, so as much things don't really change much, you know. It's really don't change a lot. But I wasn't originally gonna buy the Founders Pack for Smite 2. I did end up doing it, and the reason why is that over the last 2 months, they've really seemed like they're putting like a lot into the actual into actually making Smite 2 something that people actually want to play. And I think that's phenomenal. I really do. Hopefully it works out for them. Whether it does or doesn't, I don't know. But I did support them by giving them $60. Those $60 being 30 for myself and 30 for my partner. That's the long and short of it. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep claiming as needed. In all honesty, I don't really know what to say. I like I said before, I do miss streaming, but in reality, there's nothing I could stream anymore. As you know, as you age, you tend your body actually ages and things along those lines. I'm not as nimble as I once was in terms of being able to game. I A lot has happened over the last couple years that has kind of done a number on my body, and I don't. I mean, I might play some Smite 2 rank. I might try to go for whatever the highest in that game is. I haven't looked at the rank system. I haven't really looked much into Smite 2, barring just playing arena. Um, but they are adding Kabrakin next patch, which I think is phenomenal because that is one of my favorite gods. I don't know when Jing Pen is gonna get added. I don't know if he ever will get added. If he doesn't, that would make me, as the soul would say, sad. That makes me sad. It's kind of weird when I pulled up the last videos I put out, being a speed run attempt of a piece of an entire run of a game, video, the same thing I'm doing right now, but just opening up 100 chests, 100 or more chests. Right now, I'm definitely opening up 100 or more chests. Don't get that. Don't get it twisted. And then before that, the last video I put out were a slew of the game Super Auto Pets, which was a very fun battler that I started playing because Mr. Lion, Northern Lion, was playing it, and if you don't know, Northern Lion's strategy is to play semi poorly a lot of the time and get engagement. Now, is that true? It could be, it could not be, but who knows? But it does work. The amount of people that just download games to play them because Northern Lion is absolutely playing a is insane. The latest example of that being the game Ballionaire. He played it. He posted like 7 or so videos of it, and then he stopped playing it because he stopped having fun with it because it wasn't a game he could just. Well, there are two reasons. One, the game isn't really that good. Ballionaire you just launch a ball down and hope and pray that it hits the uh the things I don't know how to say it, the objects that you put on to a pegboard, and you hope that it goes down the correct pegs and lines to hit the things you wanted to hit to win. And it becomes very difficult to actually win on higher difficulty levels. Even if Northern Light was playing better, the amount of luck that it would probably take to win a game of Ballionaire would is actually kind of insane. Because sometimes you could launch your ball, and your ball could just fly off the side, and that's it. That's one out of your like 7 or 8 like attempts to actually like get to the next level. It's not great. It was very fun to watch, and there are a lot of people that downloaded the game specifically because he was playing it and playing for. Oh, that's fun. I didn't know I had an Enigma chest. Honestly, I don't even know if I could actually like do this, and if I actually would have like the mental capacity to actually. Oh, my partner loves that skin, the pillow, the pajama night skin. But yeah, I don't know if I could if I actually would have. Oh, that's a good Cabrakan skin. Would have actually had a the mental capacity to actually or go through every single one of these lists and just organize it to have the best chance of getting the best skin. Obviously, it doesn't really matter anymore. That's which is why I'm just opening them up at at will. Pick an item of your choice. Guess I'll just grab this title. Why not? Like this one, there's probably like I probably could open this, and these probably exist in other chests as well. Pick an item of your choice. Honestly, out of all these, I might just start picking things that are like gems, specifically because I can spend them to get legacy gems in Smite too. I don't know if I don't remember if Hyris said they were gonna or all about also by the way the all for one Freya skin. I'm pretty sure I've gotten that skin like 3 or 4 times out of tests. I'm pretty sure that the game is just kind of bugged in some cases, like that. But it is what it is. Anyways, I'm not as good as I was back then with just coming off with stuff to talk off talk with topics to talk off of the dome. Jeez, you'd think that I would have like decent enunciation by now. I'm 30 years old and I can't I can't speak correct. And I could always blame that on the fact that English was in fact my second language, but also come on, you've had 30. Well, no, that's not fair to myself. I've had 24. Why did it kick me out? Okay, awesome. Let's just go all the way to the back again. I don't even remember what chest I was opening. Was it this? No, I can't. Heavenly Light? Sure, why not? This probably was it. You know what probably happened? I probably double clicked at the very bottom. That's what I'm gonna guess happened. If it did, it did. It didn't, it didn't. That's, pick your own battle pass skin. See these? I'm just gonna get gems. But yeah, look at all these chests that I have that I own everything in. That's awesome, isn't it? That's fantastic. I'm not gonna open any of them. Those don't really matter. But out of all these, yeah, I'm gonna actually. You know what? I actually do want this skin, and I actually do want this. I like the way those skins look. The skin looks okay. The rest of these don't look amazing. They look okay. Some of them look kind of cool, but in all honesty, I should have been smarter and just gotten all Smite gems, like a person with a brain would have. But that's not. What are you gonna do? Anyways, as I was saying, you know, you would think that I'd have the ability to, not have the ability, but I'd be a lot better with speaking off the dome. But it has been a couple years, and the majority of my life, like probably most Americans these days, it's go to work, come home, and try to do something that distracts the fact you have to go to work again tomorrow, etc., etc. And if you don't, obviously, if you don't have the cash to do whatever you want, to go on vacations and whatever, without jeopardizing a future that you may or may not have, it becomes really difficult. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean, 'cause I barely. Uh, but let's go and grab that. I don't know if there's anything else. Freezy Chibi's pretty cool. Let's see what happens. Let's see if there are other places where I can get gems at. Anyways, yeah. Unlike popular streamers who actually go out and because they have they have a lot of disposable income and etc etc, and a lot of their trips are tax deductible and etc etc. Also, I think I have the Firelord reach out skin, by the way. So that's one, two, three, four. A legendary skin. See, there's a couple of skins that look pretty okay here. Miraculous chest. What's a miraculous chest? You know what? I'm just gonna claim. I'm just gonna. Oh, that's only 25. That makes me sad. That's fine. There wasn't really anything in this chest that I really wanted anyway. Like these skins, this skin looks pretty cool. The rest of them look very meh at the very best. Chest not rolled duplicates. Are you sure about that? Honestly, I think there are chests that roll duplicates. But anyways, as you can tell, I went off a tangent, but I like back then am not too terrible at remembering exactly what I was talking about. And what I was talking about is the fact that bigger streamers have like disposable income and the ability to actually like go out without worrying too much about where their next paycheck comes from, because they either have a steady flow of income, and or they've made enough in the last couple of years based off sponsors and sponsors, videos, whatever, et cetera, things that are passive income, like making YouTube. Like I imagine like Ryan Higa. Oh, that's cool. I imagine Ryan Higa has a is just constantly getting not boatloads of money, but enough money that like he could never work another day in his life, and he could just stream um on Twitch to whatever audience he gets, and put up those VODs on YouTube that all get like less than 10,000 views. But it doesn't matter because the videos that he put out for a decade are probably still getting hundreds of thousands of views because he was one of the best. He was such an original guy. He was funny, he was intelligent, and etc. etc. But yeah, for me, there's not really much I could say in terms of like anecdotes, just because it's like, what would I pull from? I don't really care to talk about my job. It's an office job. It's as boring as any other office job. You go there, you work to look good for your bosses and hope that they give you a raise throughout the years so that someday you can hopefully retire. And that's really all it is. How long have I worked? Yeah, I've been at the same job for years, which is honestly is good. You know what? It's good to get like in your rhythm, and if your workplace isn't like excessively toxic, which mine isn't excessively toxic at all. um it, you know you just get into the rhythm day by day. The day starts sort of blending together. The most angry that you get is when you think the Thursday is a Friday. And then this is only me talking about like a boring office job. I don't mean like the life outside the office job. The life outside of the office job is me worrying about a lot of different things, like if I'll be housed within the next year, if I'll be kicked out of whatever domicile I may end up in someday. Just things that people who don't have the security to, who don't really think their future is secure in any sort of way, kind of things. These are some cool skins. See, the thing with some of these skins is that I don't know if Hi-Rez is gonna like, put some of these skins into Smite too. It doesn't say. And if it doesn't say, then what would be the point? You know what? Actually, no, I'm not gonna get any of these skins. None of these skins are that great. The skin's okay. Screeny Chibi's okay too. This Artemis skin looks fantastic. But I think I'm just gonna get the gems. There's really no reason not to just go straight for the gems. You know what I mean? 200 gems is pretty okay. We'll just go for all this. Anyways, as we're coming up towards the end of this, I can only imagine don't have many. I don't have many chests left. Probably less than 100 at this point. But I just want you guys to know that I had a good time. And anyone who showed up, anyone who supported my videos when I did stream, when I did post on YouTube, I do appreciate it. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wish my dream could have come true, but it didn't, and that's life. I tried when I was growing up, when I was a young adult, to make it work. Unfortunately, due to circumstances outside my control, the what do you call it? The momentum I did have back when I was originally posting back in 2014, 2013, 2012, the momentum I was growing, all that stuff, the fact that I had anywhere from 30 to 50 viewers on my own live streams on Twitch, unfortunately, because of circumstances outside my control, I I stopped being able to actually stream and post and stuff. The biggest indicator is not having not because back then I used to make videos and stream off of a laptop, and it was very cool. I really enjoyed it. I do want to thank you, and I hope you guys are having a great life. If you think this is me saying I'm gonna return to streaming, if this video is an indication of that, it's not. Like I said at the beginning, please go through your subscriptions and just unsubscribe from people you don't watch it anymore. Just clear it out. Spend like 10, 20 minutes and clear out that clutter, you know? Some people are probably never gonna post again. Some people probably can't post. Honestly, I debated making this video for a very long time, and the only reason that the only thing that pushed me over the edge were, well, a couple. One, my partner told me to make it, and I love my. Of course, I'm gonna make it. Of course, I'm gonna make it if they ask me to. But the other thing was the fact that Smite announced that it's going into beta, Smite 2, and that basically means that was really cool derogatory for malware. That basically means Smite 1's gone. They said they're gonna provide support for it. Physical skin, but I think I already have it, so I don't know why they don't. They're gonna put they're gonna have a support for Smite 1 for the foreseeable future, but we all know that usually that probably means they're probably not gonna have any actual the Smite 1 it's basically gone. And the only reason why these that I'm even getting close to unlocking everything in these chests is because of the fact that over like the last like 3/4 of a year, Smite One basically stopped putting out content. By the way, sent me an emote Christmas gift, so thank you for that. I don't know when they did that. Like it must have been a game where I did exceptionally well, and somebody was like, "Hey, let's just give the guy a thingy," which I think is really uh. All right, so we're coming up on the end here. I I'm just gonna claim the rest of these as gems. I don't really see a reason to get the skins. I thought about it for a second there. No, there's no reason, including this. What am I gonna get? This maybe they'll put this in Smite 2. Maybe they'll put one or two of these in Smite 2, but I really don't like any of these skins. All these skins to me look the best looking skin being the leading lady. Second best skin being either Forgotten Shack or Toon Mania, but I'm just gonna claim the miraculous chest instead, and I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna claim gems from this. No. No. Let me a couple things. Let me show you the game that I did tell you about. This is my last game, by the way. I played Jing 10, 12-0-22, 14 minutes. This was how everyone did, and I was not lying when I said I did almost double damage of everyone. I don't think I specified, but I meant on my team. On the enemy team, this guy barely, like he barely went over 20k. This guy barely went over 20k too. So you could say technically that I did do almost double damage of the next highest person in the entire game. But that's a man. I guess I'll send this to my part. Why not? It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna do it right now. Because it doesn't really matter. It's kind of funny that I have this token. Let's just go quickly through this and just make sure I actually opened everything up. And while I do that, let me just once again say thank you very much. If you ever supported me, I appreciate it. You have a wonderful life. I, like I said before, may never return to streaming, and that's okay. Because hopefully someday my life does get better. Hopefully someday I am not in survival mode anymore, and someday in all facets, not just one. I'm gonna go ahead and get this. One of the things that does make me a little bit mad is that this skin right here, this plushy Sobekin, I got it because my partner loves the Capri plushie skin. I mean, no, the plushie Ganesh skin when I do the ball emote, and it's really cute. The having a great time. I guess I'll get this skin for Artemis. Why not? Doesn't really matter. I have to spend the gems anyway, right? Because I'm done playing this game. This game is I'm gonna uninstall this game after this. Anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful life. Bye.